might let you put some butter on it to mix it in.
What's shaking besides your ass? Oh my God, RT back with another one. I missed you, good people. Let's jump right off into this video. This one is on the 5 things I love about my Charger Hellcat. This motherfucker is a beast, man. It's a beast, man. I'm back in Houston, Texas, so I gotta say the main thing. I'm from Detroit, but I live in Houston, so I'm gonna bless y'all with the main all through this video. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get this motherfucker started, man. Go ahead and pull this thing out, man, so we can get this video, get a little bit better light. All right, I drove this thing to New Orleans. I got back 3 days ago. I drove it to New Orleans. I was there for 2 days with the fam because I've been out of town working. I work for Homeland Security, so I get deployed all around the U.S. to different disasters and whatnot. I'll do another video about my life when I get some more subscribers. I'm just a baby out here in these streets, man. But I'll do a video at some point about, you know, my life, where I'm from, you know, what I do for a living. So we ain't gotta have nobody else asking me, do I stay with my mom when it's the whole garage is clogged up with 4-wheelers and man stuff. Make that make sense, fucking clown. But anyway, this video is on the 5 things that I love about my Charger Hellcat. So I drove it to New Orleans, and I realized on the freeway, I feel like a freaking pilot in a damn jet. You can put this thing anywhere on the road, in between anything on the road at any given second. By the end of the trip, my girlfriend was like, I want you to stick it between those 2 semi trucks right there. And I'd go off into navigation, hitting buttons, get back in track mode, and snap your fingers twice and I'm there. You could put it anywhere in the road that you want it to be. So by the time I got back to Houston, I was like, man, I felt like a damn pilot in a jet driving this damn car. But it was real fun. I'm glad I took it. I was gonna rent a minivan, but I ran into some errors with the rental car people, so it was meant for me to take it, and I took it, and I'm glad that I did. That was an experience. 4-hour trip. I was worried about the gas, and the gas was a non-factor. Put this sucker in eco mode and beat that freeway up for 4.5 hours to New Orleans and back. So the first thing I'm gonna say that I love is that you feel like a damn pilot in a fighter jet. Put this sucker wherever you want it in the road at any given second. A lot of people get on YouTube and they start speaking on the gas like, oh, it's terrible in gas, oh, it's terrible in gas and whatnot. I've come to the conclusion, if you say that, you're a bona fide idiot, and this is why. This car has 700 goddamn horsepower. If you get in this car and you heavy on the pedal, then guess what? It's going to be terrible on gas. But if you get in it and you drive it like it's a Chrysler 200, like that piece of shit over there, then you know the gas isn't that bad. You put it in eco mode, drop it down to 500 horsepower, and you drive it like you got some sense. I'll put the screenshot in here somewhere, but I'll average 22.9 give or take miles to the gallon on the freeway to and from New Orleans, which was amazing. I didn't expect it to do that good, but it did do that good. But I will do another video solely on the gas in this car. But if you see any more videos and people are talking about a 700 horsepower car being terrible on gas, they're speaking out their ass and they're talking the talk. It's terrible on gas if you want it to be terrible on gas. It's great on gas being a 700 horsepower car if you want it to be a great 700 horsepower car with premium gas in it. The second thing I love about this car is its presence. If you buy one of these cars, I don't give a damn if it's a Charger, a Challenger, if it's a Hellcat, and you fish bowling, meaning you ain't got no tint on your windows, and you get in this car picking your nose, you're going to get caught. Because you will be daydreaming, you'll pop out your daydream and you'll look at the stuff around you, and it'll be people staring right at you in traffic because you're driving a Hellcat. So if you one of them motherfuckers searching for gold in traffic in your nose, do not buy this car, or simply do not pick your nose while driving this car. No, I did not get caught like that, but I did notice that everywhere you go, somebody is staring at you. I pop out of daydreams all the time, look up, it'd be somebody staring at me right in my face. So I like the presence of the car. You pull up at gas stations, you might come out, it'd be people standing around it. You're driving past bus stops, people are pointing at it. So the presence of the car is pretty fun. Now, if you don't like attention, then this is not the car for you, because everywhere you go, you will get attention. Quick disclaimer, I'm gonna give you 4 options. We only got 2 on display. We got Concord grape jelly, we got sea salted butter. I don't have a strawberry jam and I don't have a syrup, but I'm gonna give you 4 options: Concord grape, sea salted butter, strawberry jam, or syrup. And if you get in my comments telling me that I stay with my mom, trying to troll me, trying to talk ignorant, I guarantee I'm dumber than you. So with these 4 options, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to pick you some Concord grape, some butter, some syrup, some strawberry jam. You pick your favorite one, and that's what you can suck my ass with. Back to the regular schedule program.
I might let you put some butter on it to mix it in.
All right, the next thing I like about this car is the navigation and the ease of use. So, before I went on this road trip, I did not really know how to work the navigation, work the different settings you can grab up top, like your diagnostics, tell you any codes the car is pulling. But I love the fact that when I went on my road trip, I had my default in eco mode, which as you can see here, and how quick, if somebody ran up on me on the freeway, I could toggle myself back in the track. Like, I didn't have to stop the car. I could just click a couple buttons and back to fighter jet pilot mode. So the navigation and the ease of use was amazing, and I love that about the car. That's probably one of my favorite things about it. I haven't had a chance to dig off into the launch setting yet, and of course I'll do a video when that time comes, but the ease of use, from anything from hooking your phone to going back into the SRT pages, everything was so easy, and it could all be done while you're driving the car. So I love the ease of use of the navigation and what Dodge has done for fighter jet pilots in this car. Story time. So it was a RS Camaro or SS Camaro, one of the two, cares, but they were running up on me in the fast lane. I had it on cruise control doing about 75, and somewhere between 75 and 80, and he ran up on me in the back. And you know, in the back of these Hellcats, unless you put a Hellcat badge back there, you don't really know what you're running up on. So he ran up on me. So I told my girlfriend, I said, I'm about to baptize this nigga. I'm about to drop him straight off in the holy water. So I played humble and got over, you know, he being all belligerent behind me, running up on the ass of the car. I got over in the right lane, in the slow lane, let him get nose to nose in the car. Now, while I'm switching lanes, back to that ease of the navigation, I'm already in track mode as I'm switching. I'm toggling the navigation, getting track mode. As soon as the nose of his car met the nose of my car, and he was trying to come by me with some all that rumble shit, I slammed on that gas, man, fighter jet mode, shot back by him, got back in the fast lane, and slowed the car down about 60 miles an hour on him. And at this point, I can have my way with you, because if you try to switch lanes on me, I can hit the gas and switch with you. There's nothing that you can do. So I baptized this nigga in traffic, and it was real cool to do. But that's just a little story. If you get one of these cars, you can literally day and night stalk people in it. You can have your way with them. I will bust you down to 50 miles per hour on the freeway, and you can do nothing about it. If you hit your gas, I'm gonna hit my gas. If you slow down, I'm gonna slow down. If you switch lanes, I'm gonna switch lanes. You can't do shit. You're my bitch. And I sent him back to his wife and kids as a better man. He got baptized in traffic. I victimized this motherfucker on I-10. Are you familiar with chicken wings? Of course you are. Everybody likes chicken wings, especially black people. Are you familiar with leg quarters? You know, like the thigh and the drumstick that's connected. You know what I'm saying? A Hellcat gives you a chance to bust a motherfucker down just like a leg quarter. You bust that thing down. Or like a chicken wing. You know, you get the chicken wing, the wing, and you know the drum, and you bust it down. And that's what I did to this Camaro on the freeway. I bust him down, baptized him, and sent him back home as a better man. As I showed you guys when I was sitting in there showing you the little quick view of the navigation, the next thing, the fourth thing I love about my Hellcat would be the eco mode. I love how you can tone the car down to 500 miles per hour. And I think, don't quote me, I do not quote me. You know how y'all are in the comments. But I think you could bust it all the way down to 300 horsepower, but I haven't tried it, so I'm just speaking out my ass right now. But I toned it down to 500 horsepower, put it in eco mode, and I was able to put at 22.9 miles per gallon on the freeway, which was excellent for a 700 horsepower car. So I love the eco mode that they put in this beast, and it was real cool, man. I can drive this car anywhere, just changing the settings and driving it like I got some sense. And not only when you're in eco mode at 500 horsepower, you can still manhandle a scat pack. So that lets you know that you still got power available to you if you need it. But if something crazy runs up on you and you need more than a scat pack power, it's only a snap of 2 fingers and you're back in track mode, 700 horsepower, and that ass is mine. You hip? Now, the last thing I love about this car, now on this side, you can't really tell too much being outside the car, is this hood scoop. It doesn't look that massive outside the car looking at it. It's got a nice little look to it, but it doesn't look that massive. But when you're sitting inside of this car and you're looking out over the steering wheel, this thing looks absolutely massive to me. You know, some might not agree with me, but this is the one thing I love about it, is sitting right here over the steering wheel and seeing how massive that hood scoop looks. That's the 5th thing I love about my Charger Hellcat. All right, guys, well, I gave you guys the 5 things I love about my Charger Hellcat. The first thing was I feel like a jet pilot on that road trip going to New Orleans. The second thing was the ease of navigation, how easy it is to use it and toggle into the settings that you needed to be in. I gave you guys a disclaimer about the butter, jelly syrup, and strawberry jam. Concord grape, pick your favorite. That's what you can suck my ass with. I like the eco mode. That is fantastic for gas and a 700 horsepower beast. You can power it down if you need to, put it in eco mode, and pull you 22 miles to the gallon in this thing. So once again, if you hear people talking about how terrible it is in gas, that's their fault. If you want it to be good on gas, you can make it good on gas for what it is, 700 horsepower. You know, 30 years ago, somebody would have said, you know what, they're going to make a 700 horsepower car and you're going to get 22 miles to the gallon. Somebody would have defecated on themselves. Get that boy some Pampers, wear the wet wipes. And then I also told you guys about how I like the hood scoop. It doesn't look too massive on the outside, but inside the cockpit, looking out over the steering wheel, that hood scoop looks massive, and I love it. It makes my titties jiggle. These are just my opinions, and I am not law. I love cars, but some of you guys love cars more than I do. You know more than I do. I don't mind constructive criticism, but just please do not get in my comments telling me that I stay with my mom or I'm renting my house. I own this house. I have a job. I'm college educated. I'll do a video when I get some more subscribers, a little bit more about me. I know it's hard to believe, but you know what? Back to those 4 options. God bless you all, and I wish you all nothing but success, unless you're a shit-ass individual. Oh my God, RT, checking out.